Hey everyone, welcome to episode 17. Rodney is slowly making his way onto today's episode, and we are expecting a guest. So we'll see if we can get our guest on here as soon as possible. For everybody else, as you're joining, don't forget to say hello in the chat here, Jira amigos. Welcome, Andy, and for anybody else, Sean. Welcome. We are slowly getting the rest of the team onto this call here. We're going to be talking about quite a few things here, mainly JiraCon since it's coming up real soon. And anything else you all want to talk about, we do have a good amount of gaps here in our calendar. So we are going to take it wherever the sun takes us. So hopefully we got a good episode for you all here today. Now let me just get our other guest situated here. And they got a link so they can join. Rodney hopefully is figuring out. There he is. Rodney, welcome. Better late than never. And I can't hear you. And I still can't hear you. You would think, folks, 17 episodes in. We almost got this. One day we'll get it just right. Bob from the Peanut Gallery says, hello, Rodney. All right, folks, we have a special event that may or may not happen today. We are 7 subscribers away from my main channel hitting 10,000 subscribers. And so we'll see if it can happen during the span of today's episode. Who's on mute? Can you all hear me at least? Or is it just Ronnie that we're just going to stare at him, not figure out how he logs in or not? Or his audio situation, right? Oh, there it is. What are you doing, buddy? I can hear you now. And now you're muted. Wait, can you guys not hear me? Can somebody in the Jira Amigos chat here let me know if you can hear me? Okay, great. Perfect. Thank you, Bob. Now you got me all nervous thinking I can't be heard. Rodney, I was able to hear you. There we go. Welcome. Where's that yay sound effect? You can't hear me though. It's okay. No worries. We got you covered. What's up, Mr. Ed?
Hey, here we are.
I think you might want to update your title. But if it was March, maybe we can do it. All right. Well, there we go. Ronnie, can you hear us now?
I can hear you. I'm getting an echo. I'm not sure where that's coming from.
Ed, are you getting an echo from me?
Not from you, but Rodney had it.
Yeah, I think it's my system. I'm just trying to figure out where from.
First world problems, people. He's a master of the pie. Ed's just Ed. He doesn't want to be the pitmaster anymore.
I'm just don't want to confuse people too much.
All right, well, welcome everybody. We're officially able to get started 3 minutes into this. We got Rodney on the call. We got Ed. Ed is has usually been in the Peanut Gallery for quite a few episodes now, but we kind of peer pressured him into joining us since why not? Now, Ed, I know people probably seen you in the Peanut Gallery, but why don't you introduce yourself here real quickly and tell us a little bit about you?
Yeah. So my name is Ed Gaile. I work for AppFire, and I have been in the Atlassian ecosphere about 12 years now. An echo. How'd that go? Can you hear me? Am I getting an echo?
Yeah, you're getting a little bit of an echo. It wasn't me though, because I went on mute. Is it Ronnie? Ronnie, you killing us?
Let me see.
Cue intermission number 2.
I know.
Anybody know any good karaoke songs?
There. The backups.
Okay.
It's always good to have backups. Ed, I think you're good. I can't hear an echo now.
Okay, good now?
Yeah, so go ahead.
Okay.
Works for AppFire, does all wonderful things. Back to you.
Yeah, so I've been running around the Atlassian ecosphere for about 12 years now. I've been the Atlassian community leader for Atlanta for 9 years now. So I've had a lot of experience with working with the Atlassian stack, breaking apps, breaking everything. So I've had the pleasure of hanging around you guys for a while now. Rodney, I've known for several years, and Alex, I've got the pleasure to know you better this year, but I've definitely seen your name running around here in the community. So that's me. And then on the, my side gig is I'm a professional pitmaster. So I have 8 smokers.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So if you guys need to know anything about apps or barbecue, I got you covered.
I thought it was so appropriate. The barbecue and coffee quiz that we did. I thought that was such a good play on your guys' brands. It was so appropriate.
Yeah, that's awesome. Especially with having Nikki, man. She carries the team.
She got mad there when was it Peanut went into the dirt, started getting dirt, and then got the dirt on her.
Yeah, messed up her plant, and she was like, "This is going to get my whole place dirty." And so I think either Peanut or JJ, one of them.
Yeah, how did Austin go? I saw some of the pictures. I take it you're back at home.
Yeah, back at home. So Austin was great. So for some of you guys that don't know, I kind of did a little mini tour this summer of going to different ACE communities and doing a barbecue and DevOps talk. So as a pitmaster, I was just curious about other areas interpretation of barbecue, and just when I threw the content ideas out to these ACE communities, overwhelmingly people wanted to talk about DevOps because I don't think that had gotten a lot of love, in the content for ACE community in the past. So we did that. So I did Toronto, I did Lansing, Michigan, San Francisco, Nashville, Atlanta, and we had the finale in Austin. So, which was appropriate since it's the barbecue capital of Texas there. So
I was just thinking because it was probably the hottest one too.
It was still 99 there. It was still hot.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of people from Southern California, like LA and the Bay Area, they try to move to Austin because it's like supposed to be the new Silicon Valley. Until you go there and it's 110 and you're like, nope, screw that. I'm at a whooping 79 degrees right now, and our nights are down to 58.
Oh,
so
that's awesome. That's
so we are.
San Diego's got perfect weather though.
Yeah, we have the best weather. That's awesome. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we're working with Atlassian celebrity Mark Kruth to try to do a San Diego or at least Southern California ACE event here, and so hopefully we can get some royalties down here and maybe some barbecue or maybe some Phoenix barbecue, because Bob may or may not come this way. Although I did promise burgers, because that's what barbecue means to SoCal folks.
SoCal barbecue.
SoCal barbecue. We'll do a trip to In-N-Out. Although we've had that conversation already, and we're not ready to go down that path.
Alex did not like what he heard.
You guys are just haters, so whatever. All right, we could do any in New York in January when we're doing ADO for the DevOps conference. Oh, there's a DevOps conference.
Yeah, we need to go up to Andy.
I've never crossed the Mississippi, so maybe it's time for me to go.
Really?
Yeah, I touched the Mississippi. I spent 31 months in St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
But never crossed it. I just touched the water. It was nasty water.
It's crazy on this side of the Mississippi, man. So.
Yeah, I was forced to move to St. Louis for some 3 years, and worst time of my life. But now that I'm back in Southern California, I would do anything to move back.
Really?
Being an adult in California sucks. Like real bad. The amount of taxes that I pay and it's crazy. Yep. But anyways, we're not here to talk about how amazing California is. We're in our $7 a gallon gas right now. We're here to talk about Jira stuff and Atlassian stuff. So what's on our docket? I got Andy up here. What's on our docket, Rodney?
Well, next week, October 4th, JiraCon.
And what's so special about JiraCon? Who's going to be there?
I mean, a whole bunch of people. Erica Larson Funman Andy, Ed. No one else is important.
No,
Right.
nobody else.
The Jira guy.
Yeah, just Jira guy. It's gonna be quite the showing. Ronnie, you have like a discount code, no? Or somebody's got a discount code for, or
Yeah, I
those go
think
away.
mine was like JGuy30. Yeah.
So the early bird special is gone, but it's gonna be an entire day of rockin' and JiraCon. I don't know. I'm trying to write here. Where's Brittany? So we can get our rap going. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun event. I think I'm gonna be there moderating one of the events, and then I'll be in and around different places. So if you're gonna be going there, I'm happy to say hello and chat and see how everybody's doing.
I think they did us dirty, and I think Ed and my talks are actually at the same time slot.
Oh no!
It's like they wanted to put King Kong and Godzilla in a battle here, and it's like, are you kidding me? It's like, I want to go to Rodney's.
I want to go to Ed, so
yeah, so we're interesting event though. Definitely a lot of sessions happening. It's like almost a whole day, right? And so make sure you check out the links down below. Ronnie, I don't know if you want to pull it up. Maybe we can walk people through the itinerary or the schedule to talk about the different events that are happening there.
one moment there.
Q Andy B has subscribed to my YouTube channel finally.
Where you at? How many left?
We are at 996. 9996. Four more, folks. Four more. Let's just turn this thing. Call everybody you know, folks. Get on your Slack messages.
Get on your second account.
Come on. Let's see if we
Second
can do it during the
Gmail,
show.
third Gmail, your kid's Gmail, everybody's Gmail. Let's get 996. We're gonna need four more. If we get four more, I have the celebratory thing here on the side. I don't know if we'll hit it though. Who can we do four more? Anyways, I'll keep you all on suspense here. Let's keep talking JiraCon 23.
So sessions.
Sessions. What are the sessions?
Well,
Trundle next time we should have brought Trundle here to,
Yeah.
because they're CEOs in the U.S., right?
Yeah.
Patrick's up in Cleveland.
Yeah, see, missed opportunities, folks. Missed opportunities. We'll have to do like a JiraCon recap with him and see if we can bring him on here.
Yeah.
I don't have a connection, but if anybody knows
do.
him,
Yeah.
maybe ask him for me.
But yeah, we're kicking off 8 a.m. Pacific. Always got to know these
Time
Time
zones,
zone.
yeah, time zones are important.
For some reason, I was thinking this was Eastern.
What's going
Yeah,
on
we
over there?
got the keynote. I think we just mentioned Mark Ruth showing up. Patrick and Trundle just released a little teaser for the keynote on YouTube. If you have not seen this hilarious video, is a little girl saying she's got issues and he's taking them to be Jira issues, because I think every Jira person has been there at one point or another.
You guys ever watch Silicon Valley? I think season 4, season 5, when they moved into the big office, and they merged with that pizza company. You guys remember that? Well, there's a scene where they kind of merged, like they were stealing employees. There's a pizza thing, and anyways, Guilfoyle had like this really loud, obnoxious sound coming out of his computer every time the price of Bitcoin went up or down, and it was just like blaring through the speakers. So right now we're at 997. So we 998, 999. Maybe I should share my screen.
You should.
I don't know that I'm getting nervous. I'm gonna miss it. Let's see. We can't do this. Let me see. How do I share my screen?
On LinkedIn. We're gonna do this on the show.
Oh boy, present screen. Yes, share screen, entire screen. This one. All right. Let's see. Moment of truth. We'll have to get this recorded. It is. No, wait. Is it being recorded? It's not being recorded. $999, folks. Somebody get us to
Come on,
Who hasn't subscribed?
Who's going to be that person?
We'll catch it live.
Oh, yes.
Tell your spouses. Come on. Let's see how quick this thing updates. It's been updating very quickly. Just in the 15 minutes, we went up like 7. Come on. Somebody's got to subscribe. Call people. Phone a friend. Find those other Gmails. And Ronnie's gone.
Apetech tutorial. Come on, let's get it.
Come on. Ronnie, you're going to miss it. There it is. 10,000.
All right.
Now, nobody unsubscribe now. We did it.
Apetech tutorial, unsubscribe.
My thing's not ready. Like, I don't have tape for it, but I have my original 10,000 from. Where's my? How do I get rid of this thing? I got my original. Thank you for 1, and then we got 0, 0, 0.
That's it, man. You did it.
And
So we just need to tape these up. But thank you everybody for the support. This has been amazing. We'll have like a party full of zeros.
so,
24-hour live stream, right?
yeah, 24 hours.
Yeah, I don't know about that, folks. Yeah, we'll do something. We'll definitely do a really long live.
You heard it here,
Oh.
folks. 24-hour live stream.
24
No,
hours.
he said not. He said not 24, so it's 48.
No. Don't be adding numbers. You know what? We did the 2-hour last Saturday, and that was rough just for 2 hours. And you want to go an extra 22? Come on. There's 4 zeros here.
So how'd that go, Alex? I missed your community.
It went well. It was really interesting to answer questions because, like, the questions are not that they're hard to answer, but there's so much information missing. I wish there was a way to add like way more context to the questions. Just because like you don't know if it's this and you don't know if it's that, and then you got to go like follow up and like screenshots and stuff. So like there's definitely room for some improvement in that space. But it was fun. Like I think we had questions from the chat that we took. We had Rodney and Bob provide some assists. And then we had good conversations. So we had a lot of them, well, not all of them, but many of them were like a little bit more philosophical. Like, should you even do this? Like, they were a little less technical than like, oh, just click here, click there. It was more like, maybe don't even do that, or think about it this way. So it was kind of fun. I really enjoyed it. But yes, it's just such an open gamut of just possibilities, right? There's just so much out there to do it, and but yeah, we're definitely gonna do more. But like I was saying, we went for 2 hours, and I don't know, Andy, if you saw the replay, but Andy had left a comment. Andy here, Gladstone, right? He had left a comment. Oh, you need to do high quality answers, right? And so he's like, on average, you should be able to do like 10 to 15 an hour. We're like an hour and a half in, and we were like 3 in.
I don't know what Andy's answering, but yeah.
Yeah, we got like 5 in this 2 hour period.
We also got like 3 from the
so
live chat.
We definitely did not do like 10 an hour. Like it was like impossible. Like we were probably doing like 20 to 30 minutes per question.
Yeah, it's hard because, like you said, you need the context, and you're like, let me go double check that and the research, and then it's like, okay, now we can give the answer, and it's like,
yeah, like recreating it, right? But then, like I said, the hardest part is just like, what did they mean? Like, did they mean it like this? Did they mean it over here? And then we're like dissecting every character of the sentence, right? Because we're like,
oh, yeah, they misplaced the third R in that character in that word, so it means this.
Well, not necessarily. Like somebody had like plans something, right? And so when I think plans, what do you think, Ed? When somebody, if you read plans, what's the first thing that comes to your head?
Plans, like a roadmap plan, like
right.
Yeah.
But what kind of roadmap? There's different types of roadmaps.
Yeah, so I automatically would go towards agile and planning
out.
Right,
but like an advanced roadmap, right? The plans, the jars, right? The Jira advanced roadmaps, and but then they put that there on the free version or something like that, right? But like the free version doesn't have the advanced roadmaps. Oh. So then I'm like, so then are we talking about the basic roadmap, which is now rebranded to timeline? So So Bob and I, we were just like, well, which one is it? Because the answer goes this way if you're on this one, but it goes this way if you're over here. So the answer could have been like any which way, right? So it really depended on the user. I wish like there was a way to like upload like the users, like if they uploaded like little clippings of what they're doing, I think that would be like way easier. Because then you can see exactly what their problem is. Because I can see any Jira and I know if they're on standard, if they're on premium, what's going on. Like so much more context to where.
Yeah, like almost you could have like a little Loom video. What are you trying to do?
Yeah, should almost be a requirement, right? Like do an attachment too, because just uploading just the text it's really not misleading, but it can be very confusing. It can be anything for the answers.
And then you get the situation where, what do they even mean by this? Are they using this terminology correctly? Do they mean something else?
Yep, it was fun though. I definitely would do more of those. But yeah, you definitely like to do 20, even 20, man, you need like at least a whole live stream. No 24-hour live stream. Just to do that.
There are times where I think the event community leaders have it easy. But then I go to an event and go, no, really, rather, I just stay online, please.
Exactly, man. So that was like the Austin event, man. It was just trying to plan that and coordinate with Atlassian and making sure people can get in and then getting everything set up and get the content and making sure the speakers work and everything. So it's crazy. Definitely pros and cons of both sides.
Kind of like putting one of these up every week, getting audio to work. Andy says, now you know how people feel reading our own Jira tickets. I definitely have an appreciation for when you're submitting a ticket and like putting in as much context and like saying I did this and I did that and this is what I tried. I was not to throw any shade at Atlassian, but I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but I was on a beta. I was on the beta for Epic renaming. So you're going to be able to rename your epics here very soon. And it like totally like, I wouldn't say it destroyed our environment. Folks, don't ever enable Atlassian betas in production. Learned that the hard way a couple weeks ago. But it was bad, right? Like it was not, it broke some stuff. It broke things like pretty badly. And so to try to undo it was quite the journey, right? To try to get out of the beta. And so I submitted a ticket to Atlassian, and Atlassian's like, no, we don't, because you're on the beta, you got to go talk in the channel. And you got to go ask the channel. Like they have like an Atlassian community page that you go and talk in. So I'm like, all right, so let me go drop a comment over there. So I drop a comment over there, and then they're like, well, did you submit a ticket? I'm like, well. So I was like, no, well, I did. But then they told me, then they closed it out. So then they're like, well, can you reopen it? So that when we can have the conversation on the ticket. I was like, sure. So then I reopened the ticket, and the guy responds like, I thought I told you to go over there. And I'm like, well, they told me to come over here. So anyways, long story short, we got the ticket going. And so they're like, did you check to see if the field was in the screen? I'm like, guys,
come on.
Like, it's not my first rodeo, right? Of course I checked the screens. And they're like, well, did you check the issue layout? I'm like, come on again. Like I checked the layout, right? And so they were just like making me go through the basics of like basic troubleshooting. And I'm like, I did that. I wouldn't have gotten this far, guys. Like I wouldn't be asking for help if I didn't try the basics at least. So
have you restarted your computer though?
Did you reboot?
I know. Fortunately, we did get off the beta. And again, I learned the lesson. Do not, folks, please, 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 if you have any sanity and want to be nice to yourself in the future, do not enable betas in production.
Oh, you don't want to live on the bleeding edge?
Not after this experience I had. It's just so hard to get off, and it's strange.
It reminds me of just a general rule for any software I'm running. If the version number ends in 0, you don't run it. I don't care if it's Jira. I don't care if it's Home Assistant. I don't care if it's something you never heard of. I don't care if it's a game. If it ends in a 0, don't run it.
Run it, yeah. My uncle last October, he called me up because he was so excited and iOS 16 dropped and he installed it on his iPhone. He's like, hey, I'm gonna install iOS 16. I was like, don't do it. He's like, why not? I was like, he came out today. I was like, exactly, that's why you don't want to do it. So he goes and installs it. He bricks his iPhone, and then he calls me like a couple of hours later. He's like, I'm trying to change to my iPhone 8, and I'm like, I told you not to do it. But yeah, never ever folks, and do that. All right, so that was the Austin event. That was JiraCon. That was Don't Start Betas. That
So
was how the 2-hour live stream went.
Question for Rodney though. Can Rodney divulge what he's speaking about in JiraCon?
Oh yeah. What are you going to be talking about? What are you both going to be talking about?
Let's start with Ed because I think his is more interesting.
Yeah, so I'm just going to be going over some document management best practices and automations within the ITSM and change management realm. So, submitting your request, making sure that you got your release notes all set, making sure that when you submit a ticket, it'll automatically create the page over in Confluence, and we'll use a couple apps to have the workflow on the Confluence page to notify reviewers and get the approvals. So it's kind of showing some of the automations and things that you can do from a document management perspective within ITSM change management. So something kind of boring, but kind of interesting.
Again, useful, interesting. Let's go over just a few more. By the way, they have Fun Men at the same time as me and you, Ed.
Are you serious? That's just ridiculous.
I think this is their prime time slot, and they're just putting all their heavy hitters here.
It looks like it. Oh man, I didn't know Andy was there too. Jeez.
So anyone who knows me knows I love collecting my superfluous uses of Jira. I think that's how I started to blog. That's how I do things now. I'm even coming up with something to help my sister and her husband keep track of their farm. And that's going to be a part of this talk too. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be collecting all these. I got a little bit of Trello in there just for some diversity of concept. These different uses for these Atlassian tools and saying, hey, think outside the box, think outside of the 9 to 5. Where else can you use these tools? The idea being, if you can master using it outside of work in unique use cases, when you get that one project manager who thinks he has something that's going to stump you, you're like, nah, that's easy. I've done weirder things today.
Did you say manage a farm?
Manage a farm.
Like FARM?
Yes. Like goats and bees and chickens.
What were the issue types?
We see, I think there was feed, there was water, I'm still working on it, seriously.
That's awesome.
It's more the financial side they're working on, we're doing, because, running a farm is expensive. Animals, for some reason, like to eat a lot of food.
I don't know why. But, so Alex, that reminded me, when you guys had Brittany on, I totally forgot to mention this in the peanut gallery, but when I started doing barbecue competitions, I actually used Trello to manage our setup and our list of what we needed, and then when we had to get it, and when it was checked off, when it was done, and then we would manage our times of when the different meats had to be come off the smokers and when turn-in was. So I totally forgot to mention that to her.
She would have been so happy.
I know.
Yeah. In the chat here for the Jira Amigos and everybody in the peanut gallery, what are the crazy ways that you use Jira? Let's give Ronnie some inspirations. Maybe he can have like a showcase of all the. What you should do is you should start lead with like a display of like a bunch of random things and go, what do all these things have in common? You can track them in Jira.
I think didn't Rachel Wright plan her travel? I think.
Yeah, she did.
Through all that, yeah.
And Lamech recently, he was on a vacation in Europe, and I think he planned his entire vacation on Confluence or something. He had a video. By the way, he's my next target. He's got almost 30,000 subscribers, so I'm coming after you, Lamech, next.
So I can't believe you're so calm, Alex. You just hit 10,000, man. Am I more excited?
I know.
I've
been trying to push for this for months, and he should sit here like, oh, I hit 10,000 today.
What do you want me to do? I can never pronounce Mr. Jans's name. He said it so eloquently when he said his own name, and I'm like, man, I don't know any German. But when him and I were chatting 3 weeks ago, and he's like, so what's the goal after 10,000? And I was like, 15,000. And then he's like, no, you should try to close out 2023 with 25,000 subs. I'm like, it's 800 a month. I can't, like, the math doesn't add up.
I mean, what did you start this year at, Alex?
That's a great question. We can actually pull that up. So we started the year off.
Wasn't that long ago he was doing his 1,000 stream?
I know.
So a year ago, last August, I did the 1,000 stream. And a year ago, I did the...
He's now unsubscribe proof.
A year ago, I did the monetization. So wait, you can put it back to show my screen. So I started off January 1st with 3,000 subscribers. So we did 7,000 in the year.
So far.
Oh yeah, sorry, in the first 9 months of the year.
That's awesome, man.
So we'll see. Maybe we can get I'm thinking we can get to 13,000 by the end of the year. It's 800 a month, right? So all of October, November, December, that's 20 at least. Yeah, maybe 13 with the stretch.
So the silver play button comes at 100K, doesn't
100K, yeah. My son, my 6-year-old he's got like that. He's more excited about it than I am. He's just like, when is the silver play button coming? I'm like, I need 90,000 more friends.
You gotta put that in his room.
I know, right? He's probably gonna steal it, but I'm gonna have to make a room here for the wall for when it does come. But yeah, it's coming though. I will tell you all that this is a lot of effort to even get that far. Like,
I don't think people know how much effort it is and to be consistent and keep at it no matter what.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like the amount of effort you got to put in to like publish every day, and then like all the comments. Man, I don't even have time to go through all my comments. Like, I got pages and pages of comments. This thing just keeps going, so I got to go and answer to all the comments. And it's like I almost have like my own like community.lasting.com question section here. I got a lot of questions in here. And then there's like some mean people, like some comments. I should do like a mean tweets one day. Like some guy was like, this was like the biggest waste of my time. Like, but did you subscribe?
Yeah, but you hit subscribe, right? Cool.
Yeah, like, but did you subscribe? But then I get like these comments, right? Like, OMG, you just saved me 2 days worth of trial and error on this. Like, thank you.
See, that's all worth it right there. There, that's worth it.
So yeah, so like these kind of comments, like they make it worth it. And of course, I always get the Bob comment, right? Wherever he's at, there he is. Bob's always in the comments.
Bob is like the #1 fan.
I know.
Like I do anything, and Bob is like the first one to like, the first one to comment. He is on top of it.
We're definitely gonna have to create like the special Bob Club or something for the peak.
I mean, he's
supporters.
King Bob.
And yeah, he is King Bob. I was like, we need a new hat for him or something.
Sean says that there's probably someone on Fiverr who will add 20,000 subscribers for you. That's an interesting concept, Sean. So Chris Cook and I've had this conversation, right? And so Chris is like, why don't you just pay for not pay for the subscribers, but pay for, like, none of my videos are sponsored. I don't promote my videos like through YouTube ads, right?
Marketing wise, yeah.
Right. So he's like, you should just invest a few like dollars a month and like push content out, like, and get it in front of more people. But these 10,000, I would say probably 950 of them are all organic. There was a period where Chris did make me I run ads on my channel last 4th of July. So for like a week I ran them. But that was back when I only had like 700 subscribers back then. So it was a very small increase. But yeah, almost 99% all organic, which is really the hardest part.
Yeah, that is the hardest part, man. Yes.
But yeah, folks, if you guys it was a joke, not interesting. John says. No, but in all seriousness, if you guys ever do want to run a YouTube channel, let me know, because the amount of information I've learned over the last year and a half doing this is like, it's crazy. But it's also crazy, like having the right title, as much as they say, like it really pops. Like I had a video on cycle time like 2 weeks ago. It got like 500 views in like a day. That never has happened. But apparently people are really interested in cycle time.
So do you find it's the headline, or is it the thumbnail, or is it the combination of everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes to everything, right? Most importantly right now, it's been literally over 50% of the traffic to my channel comes from people searching how do I do X, how do I do Y, how do I do Z. The tricky part has been, but I feel like I have the answer, because all I have to do is like literally like scrape all community.lasting.com and like bucketize all these questions, because what people are looking for are there, right? So I just need to make the video that answers those questions, because people are putting into YouTube, right? So my favorite thing is like I'll get like a text message from like a friend, and he's like, I was like putting how to do story points in Jira, and then like my video pops up. So that's been one of my goals. But the way I'm gonna grow the channel in the last half of the year or the last quarter here is I'm gonna like triple back down on the shorts, right? So just clipping everything into little shorts. And probably putting out, I want to probably put out closer to another 500 pieces of content in the last 3 months. And I did 500 the first year and a half.
So do you think the shorts, though, will hurt your watch time average?
The shorts bring it into more people, right? Because those get promoted a lot quicker. So it's just a matter of finding one that like hooks people in and go, ooh. And then click on the profile and then they go, oh, 500 videos that are long form that are more valuable. So I've already kind of created that thing. The other thing that I've been kind of flirting with is taking the content, because it's all videos, and then now writing it and putting it in blog posts. And so Rodney and I have kind of joked around where we're like, we should swap, right? I should make a video for all his posts, and he should do blog posts for all my videos.
There you go.
Right?
I think he's getting I'm definitely getting the better end of that deal.
And then the last and final thing that I've also been kind of flirting with here is redoing a lot of my videos, because especially like since I put one out a day, when I promote it on like on LinkedIn or whatever, 1% of people see it. Mm-hmm. So there's still a whole 99% of people that just haven't seen it. So just repeatedly putting out the same like video on how to do story points, how to do story points, how to do story points.
Like every 6 months, kind of republish. You know,
yeah, so I'm almost thinking in
cadences, you know.
Yeah, so I'm almost thinking in 2024, like drastically cutting back pushing videos, new ones at least, and like go back to like, because even Jira's UI has updated some. My number one video right now is my very first video.
Oh yeah.
From December 3rd of 2021. Jira doesn't look the same since 2021. Right? I use Jira so much more, like exponentially, like an order of magnitudes more than I did November of 2021 when I recorded that video, when I was super shy, had no idea what this channel was going to be, and this is my number one video. I get like 500 views almost every day on that video. And it's the very first one that I made, right? So it's like 500 videos later, like if I were to recreate it, like all those first 100 videos, right, just drastically different.
But I'm curious, Alex, though, because this has just been a super journey for you. But from your initial, oh man, can I do this, to now you're 10,000 subscribers, 500 videos, the confidence that you've kind of been able to build off of that, and then I would suspect that you would have no issue speaking in front of people at an event now, or popping on any other YouTube channel.
Yeah, no, that, and like my confidence in just the Jira skills too, right? Like I this morning we're doing with Bob and Sean, right? We're doing like a little practice for the certifications, right? And I'm like, I use Jira. I don't have any papers that say I'm good at Jira, but I got 12 to 14 hours a day that I use Jira all day long. and so yeah, my confidence is just being able to like go in and defend the tool.
Yeah.
In any situation, right? And really kind of hold my ground there. Is like, I like to tell people, like, man, I don't know how much this I want to disclose, but let me tell you my life story here, right? So I grew up with imposter syndrome, like really, really bad. I have a CS degree, but I never really learned how to code that well, right? And so that imposter syndrome just plagued me. And then my wife is a little bit older than me, right? So she was my personal tutor, but I never had to work as hard because I always had her as like a shoulder to like cry on and like help, right? Like I didn't have to study as hard because she was like there to kind of guide me, right? But and then I also worked a lot, right? I was working at Boeing since 2010, halfway through my college, right? So half of college I would just go to work, and the other half of college I try to get by. But I was never good at anything, and like when I started doing Jira for 12 hours a day, that's when it flipped like within a matter of weeks.
Yeah.
And I tell people, like, I spent the first 5 years of my Jira career, and I think in like the first 3 months of me doing it for 12 hours a day, I probably exceeded the first 5 years of effort and skills. But I have zero imposter syndrome now.
You say that last Saturday?
Yeah, you say that, and then that was what I was gonna say. But then you put me in front of a freaking Alaskan community, and we're like, you should say that.
You're sitting there with me and Bob, like, I am with these two experts, and I don't know anything. And I'm like, you're not allowed to say that. That's my line.
That's my line.
Yeah, I'll let you know a little secret, Alex. We all have a little bit of imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
You know?
It's endemic in this community, unfortunately.
But honestly, I think I'm a lot more comfortable, right? So after all these videos.
I think Bob has a point here.
24-hour life. Whoever wants to join me.
We're all in, man. We told you.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, like literally, like I think Andy's got it here with that 10,000 hour principle, right? Like, so many people ask me, like, how do you get good at this stuff? Like, how do you get good at like any tool, right? Even Dev, like you literally just do it.
Yeah.
The reps.
And it's not even just doing it because you can't do it blindly, but like I tell people, like if you really want to master Jira, go to community.atlassian.com, look at all the questions, and stumble through the answers. Because it's gonna cause you to go recreate the problem, so you got to figure out how to break it, and then you got to figure out how to answer it.
Yep.
I learned more breaking Jira in my earlier career than I ever did studying for any exam.
And it was a lot easier to break server and data center.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Sean had an interesting comment today too. He was like, we were looking at some of the sample questions. He's like, how are you supposed to know this? And I'm like, you make enough confluences and Jiras in your life, you got those first 5 steps memorized.
Yeah.
Like that UI is like, it's instilled in my head. I think last night I had a dream about acceptance criteria adding fields. Like me adding custom fields to freaking Jira is just like, and then Bob's got it, like teach it, right? Like that was the other thing, right?
Yeah.
You teach it. It's hard at first, man. It was so hard. I sat on this YouTube channel idea for 4 years. I recorded these videos, and I recorded these videos like in September of 21. And I just sat on them. Like they were recorded and I sat on them. And if it wasn't for my little cousin who's like, I'll edit them for you. Like he did the first draft. Like I probably wouldn't have the channel right now.
So
it's hard.
Mrs. Ortiz fired your little cousin.
And she did. She did.
I could do this better.
Well, so my little cousin, he's a film major, but the newer generation that's coming before us, the younger kids, they don't have a lot of drive. So it's gonna be good for job security, but it sucks that they don't like. My wife and I did this the whole day, right? So like it requires a lot of discipline. Too.
And it's not overnight, like they think.
No.
You know, that's the key. It's not overnight. You know.
Tomorrow, 90,000 subscribers.
Man, look at that. He's got 10,000 subscribers, man. He's lucky. Well, it took him 2 years and 500 videos, and
I mean, the thing that's really impressive, and I really want to stipulate, is this is not a large community by any measure.
Right.
There's not a lot of people who live in Jira, in Confluence, in Atlassian tools, day in, day out like we do. So
yeah, I think we got all eight of them here.
When you think about it, Atlassian's got what, 250,000 customers?
250,000 customers.
That's at least 250,000 admins, at least.
These, and then some users on top of that, obviously that extend out, but we're not talking about, 1 billion users.
Mm-hmm.
I think like over the summer, one of my selfish goals was to like interview members of the community, right? But I don't think that the members of the community understand the power of their brand.
Yeah.
No.
And I think that's a big miss, right? Like I think like Andy, you and Ronnie, right? Like you guys all being these community leaders, like you should be rallying behind your brand a whole lot more. Like you should have a much significant impact on this community.
I mean, it's still not real to me being the Jira guy. And I don't think it even really started to hit how much people looked to the Jira guy as a brand until I went to Team 24 or Team 23 in person.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't walk 5 steps without someone stopping me.
Yep. Or even you get me into the Appfire booth, and I'm like, well, this is the Jira guy, and they're like, Rodney, like the Jira guy. Oh, the Jira guy. It's like,
but then, so very similar experience though, Ed. Like I was at the Appfire booth and I had no idea who you were.
see, I know.
And I didn't even. I'm sure I saw you, but I only went for Nikki and Biro because I recognized them from the content that they create.
Yeah, exactly.
Meanwhile, went straight up to Ed. I'm like, we got some questions about CMJ, and I need someone to talk to.
It's like, all right, let's go. We had the engineer right there. It's like, we got him.
Yeah, the only company that I'm really seeing right now that's kind of trying to figure it out, Revise, who's one of my new sponsors. I've been talking with Stu, who's their head of marketing.
Oh, Vish's company, Vish?
Vish is trying to drastically elevate their game.
Yeah. So Vish was at the Austin event.
Was he?
Yeah, so I saw him.
Because I know he runs the Bay Area one. I'm gonna sorry, Bob's gonna be mad, but I'm flying up to the Bay Area when they do one. They're gonna invite me to one. Bob's gonna be like, you should have flown over to the Phoenix one.
Like, dude, you could drive to Phoenix. No, I'm flying up to the Bay Area.
I think I'm about the same distance. It's about 350 miles, Bay or Phoenix, for me. But yeah, no, Vish has got like some aggressive marketing plans, and he's got like this guy Stu from New Zealand. He's been doing marketing for a long time.
Yeah.
And I would think he gives Chris a run for his money with respect to like marketing genius. So like, I'd watch out for Revise, man. Like, they're gonna come in swinging hard. But that's a company who's like really trying to create a brand, all their apps, and like just content.
So what was it last week? You had Rewind guy on.
Yeah.
James, yeah.
Yeah. Should have had him and Vish on at the same time.
I know. I was talking with Sean's with Keith, right, who's their release team's head of marketing. I'm like, I would pit like Easy BI versus All Street Solutions and see which one's better. But he's like, no, we don't want to alienate our partners like that.
Don't do that.
I'm like, but it'd be so cool from like a content perspective. Like I just thought of doing like versus videos of like this app versus this app, because like what I do, right? Like I'll get a problem from a user. They're like, I'm trying to solve this in Jira. I'm like, well, you can't do it out of the box. So let me go find your plugin. And I'm going through a list of plugins, right? And I'm just like, install. How long does it take me to solve my use case? Can I solve it? No. Okay. Uninstall. Next one. And I'm going through like minutes in each app. And if it takes me time to figure it out, time to configure it, or if I can't even find the answer in the documentation and the UI, like it's uninstalled and I'm on to the next one.
Yeah. There's this guy that does a blog and he reviews apps in the Atlassian ecosphere.
When was the last time you reviewed an app, though?
That's true.
I am overdue. I've actually been taking a bit of a break for mental health. And,
you're taking a bit of a break. I'm drowning, man. I got like 7 app reviews that are on my queue right now, and they're all emailing me, and I'm just like, go away.
Yeah. But
Andy's coming to California.
Oh,
November.
Why can't he go in late October?
I'm gonna try to intercept him though, because like he has to like drive past me to get to his destination. But Ronnie, late October? What days are you gonna be here?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in LA like October 25th through the 28th.
And when are you leaving?
That's what I'm saying. 28th is when I'm leaving.
You're leaving on the 28th? Okay. Because my mother-in-law...
It could be the JiraCon.
The JiraCon, yeah. But, well, it's because I'm thinking, because my mother-in-law's birthday is, I think, on the 28th, so I have reason to be in LA then.
And the 26th is a Thursday.
Live, on scene.
Live, on scene.
Well, yeah, we haven't actually recorded it together in the same place since
April. So Ed, what are your plans, right? Like you're doing these tours, but what's next?
Yeah, so actually, I've finagled it so that I can go over and kind of do the same concept, but over in Europe. So we'll go over and do some of the events, some of the ACE communities over in Europe, and then obviously visit with some of our partners over there. So in November, we'll go over and we'll probably hit the London ACE, Paris, Warsaw, Poland, and then
if it's not barbecue and DevOps,
I don't
is
know.
it fish and chips and DevOps? Is it beer garden and DevOps?
Bangers and DevOps or brats. I don't know. I don't know what they got. I don't know what they have, but I got to figure that out.
It's crazy, like the amount of European people that are in the Atlassian community. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we're so underrepresented here in the U.S. Like, almost everybody that makes the apps are non-U.S.
Yeah. I mean, Siebert is in Germany. Catworks, Comunardo.
I can never pronounce their name, but they're a sponsor of my channel. Let me see if I can find it because I had to write it out.
I mean, there used to be more
Taylor.
Europe, and then someone went on a buying spree.
Whoops.
AppFire's Boston? Is that where you guys are headquarters?
Burlington, Burlington, Massachusetts is right outside. Boston. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I mean, what does that even mean up there?
I don't even know. It's
like trying to distinguish Marietta from Smyrna from it.
Exactly. The Marietta from Atlanta is the same.
Today's Life Mystery: do planes fly slower if they aren't in a hurry?
Yes. Yes,
Ronnie, you left us in a bit of a cliffhanger. When are you gonna do your announcement? The fate of the Rodney?
Yes.
As soon as I know, honestly. I'm working.
Look at Mr. Popularity over here. He's got so many offers. He doesn't even know what to do.
I mean, that's what I thought. Honestly, I haven't gotten any yet because I'm still talking to people and trying to get it to the point where they give me an offer. I've narrowed it down to 2. I'm waiting to hear back from one of them, and then the other one I'm talking to again tomorrow. And if they give me something tomorrow, I'm just going to be like, look, I've tried to hurry you guys along. I've emailed you guys for a week. Sorry.
The Jira guy's he hungry.
Hey.
That's awesome.
That house payment don't pay itself.
Speaking of which, I'm about to enter myself into a 3rd house payment. So,
What?
Donations booth starting soon.
Go fund me at Apetech.
Yeah, I know. Has anybody ever tried to crowdsource a mortgage? Oh man, yeah. I live in San Diego, right? So I moved to San Diego because I used to live in St. Louis, and one of the competing companies in the aerospace business bought me and my wife out. Like, they literally gave us, no questions asked, a crap ton of money to move to Southern California, and gave us jobs and top secret clearances and whatnot. But ever since COVID hit, we left that world, right? We don't go on site, and so now I do Jira all day, and I don't need to be in San Diego because 99% of my wife's family and my family are all in Orange County and by Disneyland area, LA area. So we've been trying to get out of here and trying to go back up, but Orange County, California is freaking old, 1955 old. And so everything's falling apart.
Yeah.
Old. And everything's over $1 million. And I'm like, $1 million, $1 million, and it's falling apart. I won't have any money to fix it. And there's not enough duct tape to go around.
There's a city right outside of LA, Temecula, I think.
No, dude, that's not right outside. That's 15 minutes from me.
Oh, is it? Never mind.
Yeah, I'm closer to Temecula than LA is to Temecula.
Oh, yeah.
But great wine scene.
I mean, if you're looking for a better deal on housing, there's always this coast.
Atlanta, baby.
No.
Yeah.
The West Coast, the East Coast.
No.
I mean, there's the humidity, there's the bugs, there's the summer.
Real barbecue.
I've tried to convince my entire family. I've told my family, I was like, we sell the properties we have in Southern California, we can buy like a mini city anywhere else. But nobody wants to move. I've given up. But because I've already lived alone out of state, and I'm like, I'll never do that again by myself.
Well, I mean, you chose St. Louis, and really...
I didn't choose St. Louis. St. Louis was chosen for me. Boeing was paying for my master's, so they said move to St. Louis or pay back your master's, and I'm like, I guess I'm going to St. Louis because USC ain't cheap, man. Boeing spent $50,000 on that master's. That was back then. Yeah, Phoenix would be on the top list, Bob, if you guys weren't like in scorching infernos, because my family lives in Phoenix. So like,
I mean, there are times I take Phoenix over Atlanta when it comes to heat.
Yeah.
No, you guys don't understand how good I have it in Southern California. Then, guys.
Oh no, I do. I'm still just going to make fun of you.
Oh my gosh, you guys are too much. All right, so we hit the 10,000 subscribers. What else do we have on the docket? We didn't have a whole lot today. There wasn't a whole lot of happenings other than we have one more event and we're 5 minutes left. Man, we got lost track of time. So we have Atlassian has an event coming out in Amsterdam. What is up with all these like non-US events? But I guess we got teams, so
Unleashed.
Yeah.
unleashed.
I mean, I keep telling Atlassian, Atlanta has the infrastructure, has the convention space. You can host something here. It is literally in the name. Atlanta, Atlassian.
We got the airport, we got the space, we got everything.
The
Don't
bugs,
listen
the
to me, though.
humidity. But you got the barbecue.
Yes.
Most importantly, Ed, did you get a chance to go to the business center?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Bob went over there.
Bob went. I know he went like immediately. I'm like, oh god.
It's great. It's worth it. I might go later. Bob says that this is what AC is for. Bob, I can show you. I will send you a message of my last 30 days of my Nest. I turned it on maybe like an hour in the last 30 days.
No comments on what my last power bill looked like.
That's
And
the
it
thing,
wasn't
right?
the server rack.
Rodney's drawing power to the server from the house. He's good.
In the winter, though, your house must be nice and toasty.
I mean, it helps. But no, that AC.
Yeah, see, no, my window's open and that's my AC right now. That's all I need.
You guys do have perfect weather there, no doubt.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't get any better. But, anyways, if you guys are in Southern California, let us know so we can get together. We're looking forward to meeting Andy again, round 2. I feel like Andy and I really bonded that one time because we're all alone in the entire conference. We're like the only souls that were there. It was crazy. Bob says 300 days of sun means I have low electricity because of my. Yep, that's how I am too. My electric bill right now is negative $300, and I charge my cars with just at home. So I haven't had a gas bill since June, or an electric bill. But my water bill, you would think being so damn close to the Pacific Ocean, hell no, that stuff is expensive. Expensive. All right. So we're going to wrap this up. Thank you, everybody, from being here. Ed, thank you so much for taking a part of this. Sorry for dragging you on here, but it was fun getting to know you a little bit better. We'll try to get a rotation going. And if you have any friends that want to be on here, let them know. We are definitely always looking for other people. And then in the peanut gallery.
We've got a whole community leader Slack full of people. I'm sure we can drag some more people on.
Why? Yeah, you guys should maybe put out like little feelers or something and go, hey, guys. Yeah. I'm telling you, we got to turn this into something pretty big, something meaningful that really does provide a lot of value to the peoples of the Atlassian communities. So with that said, over to Mr. Ronnie to close it out. Oh, wait, first, peanut gallery here. If any of you want to do it, first dibs on coming on. Mr. Sean. By the way, I got to see Sean's office today. I was like mind blown. I've never seen such a cool office in my life. I take a lot of pride in like my backgrounds and stuff, but Sean puts you on a different caliber, man. This guy doesn't joke around. Has anybody ever seen his background?
Yeah.
Okay, we got to get Sean on here so he can show you his background. Sean, we're coming after you. We're putting a bolo for you. All right, Ronnie, over to you.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to Jira Life. My friend is Alex, the Master Ortiz, the 10,000 Master Ortiz.
Did you see what Sajid put for what I should rename my name to?
No.
He said I should be Alex 10,000 Ortiz, or like the zeros of the 10,000 Ortiz.
Ortiz.
Like Ortiz. We'll see, maybe.
But his video or his YouTube channel can be found at youtube.com/@Apetech Tech Tutorials. Don't think you could get away from subscribing from him. Now that he's at 10,000, we need you more than ever. Get on there. We got to convince this man to do that 24-hour live stream. My name is Rodney, better known as the Jira Guy. You can find me at thejiraguy.com. As said, I'm speaking at 2 conferences in October. JiraCon October 4th and Jira Day on October 17th and 18th. You can use code JGuy30 for JiraCon to get 30% off. Please sign up. Please show up. It's going to be an awesome time. We're going to see so many people. Unfortunately, you can't catch Ed and me at the same time.
Or Andy.
But we all know who you want to see.
Or Brittany.
Brittany's actually before the two of us.
Oh, is it before? Okay, so you'll be able to catch Brittany, but everybody else.
Our friend here is Ed Gaile with AppFire. Atlanta community leader and general awesome guy.
Get his barbecue sauces down below.
Yep.
The official barbecue of the Jira Life.
Absolutely.
Sponsor. I'm telling you, we just got to get jerseys with all the sponsors.
Yeah.
Gail's barbecue release team.
We'll get it all. You can catch us and record this podcast live every Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern at youtube.com/@thejiralife. Be sure to join us and the other people at the Peanut Gallery as we ask questions, look at the news, and figure out what's up. If you can't join us live, you can find this podcast on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your podcast from. If you think podcast does deserve a rating, please let us know. It would appreciate and helps us get discovered by others. And as always, we didn't choose a Jira Life, but Jira Life chose us. Thank you.